Hey, welcome to the Happy You're Here podcast. It's Ayana and
Ayana's mom.
Ayana's mom. We have mom on the pod. Yay. So, we are so happy that you're here. It's been a hot minute. I moved states, so I've been super busy, unfortunately, spending all my money to move and get an apartment and all that good stuff. You know, I'm a corporate girl these days, just like mom, right?
Yes, welcome to the corporate world.
Yes. Me versus corporate America. Who's going to win? Probably me. Probably not me. So we may or may not be running through some technical difficulties. You know, this is our first episode together, so we'll see. Hopefully it goes well. Whatever. We're dedicated to the people. We're dedicated to the cause. It's like 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday while we're recording this. And since we're both corporate girlies, we have to get up early, you know, and go to work in the morning. But ultimately, I would love to do this, you know, full time. And in order to do this full time, that means putting out episodes. So here we are. Reality TV is kind of crazy right now, but I guess not really. Bachelor in Paradise is on right now, and Big Brother is on right now. We are kind of like deciding how we want to go about covering like shows and all that good stuff. So where we're at now is we're going to cover the Ultimatum, Queer. And then once we're finished with that season, like kind of recapping that, then we'll either jump into covering Big Brother or Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor in Paradise, I have not watched a single episode. Mom, have you?
No, I watched like 5 minutes of one and then I got distracted with something else. It's 3 hours long. That's long. But I will watch it. I will start watching it this week. I will.
I don't know. Yeah, I need to, I haven't even watched. I've just been so like, Big Brother is really good this season. Like, wow. Like, I like the twist. I like the theme. What do you think, Mom?
I love it because I'm a Big Brother fan, a huge. And just to date myself, I will say that I watched the very first episode that ever came out, very first season. So, yeah, I'm not gonna call myself a super fan because it's corny, but I will say that I am a big fan of Big Brother. And this season is already the first episode showed that it was going to be a good season, so I'm excited to watch
it. Yeah, it's really good. So before we get into the Ultimatum Queer Love, I want to talk about some pop culture stuff since that was kind of like my bread and butter before, you know, like reality TV started getting good. And then I have like a list of stuff, and Mom, I sent her the list so she kind of knows what's going on, and I'll just talk about it and she'll give her 2 cents and blah, 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 blah. So, there was a commercial on CBS, which is like the network or whatever, the channel that Big Brother comes on. And there's a new show coming on, and it's called DMV. Mom, you saw the commercial for it, right?
I did. It looks funny.
Yeah. We're not going to cover the show or anything, but I just thought that, yeah, it looks good. Basically, the commercial was like this older lady, and she was like doing her driver's license test or whatever, and she was doing it very poorly. Like, she was hitting all kinds of stuff, and then she was like, did I pass? But it seems like it's gonna be one of those shows, like a similar format to Parks and Rec or like The Office in a DMV. Oh my gosh, I need to go to the DMV. Speaking of, that's so funny. I need to switch over my license. But yeah, so moving on.
If you're going to the DMV, you're gonna be in that forever. Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm gonna have to go like Saturday morning, so we'll see how that is. I'm gonna get there before it even opens, though. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. The Ultimatum season 3, Caleb and Mariah. Do you remember them, Mom?
I do. Mm-hmm.
They are no longer together. Apparently, they broke off their engagement in June of this year. So last month. What are your thoughts?
Do you know why they broke off the engagement?
So I found out on TikTok, of course. Caleb, he was on my For You page, and he was basically like, the show, it wasn't worth, like, I guess the result of his relationship, like, I guess the toll it took on his relationship, it wasn't worth that. And basically he was saying that they went on the show because Mariah wanted to go on the show, and apparently she's like a marketing girl and it was all for marketing and stuff like that, and he was very adamant about not wanting to go on. And then also like on the show he was adamant about like not wanting to be on the show, but he was still on the show kind of thing. But yeah, and then I don't think they officially like together or separately kind of announced the breakup. I don't think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but yeah.
So they were on the show because she was marketing herself.
Exactly. Like, what is the marketing? Maybe she was like, she saw this as an opportunity for them to get like brand deals, and they did like together. I think that's what it is, like for them to market them together, like as a couple, and like gain a following, and maybe that's like what the marketing. I'm not sure.
I wonder if she was an influencer before she got on the show.
Oh, that's a good. I don't even know. Who knows? Even though I could check, I'm not gonna check.
Wow. My opinion on them breaking up, I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I'll be honest. I think, like I told you before, when people go on shows like this, it's a recipe for disaster anyway. That's just how it is. And you're either going to make it or you're not going to make it as a couple. And apparently they didn't make it as a couple. So sorry to hear that. What is your opinion of them breaking up?
I think, yeah, I think it's a good thing. It seemed like Mariah and Caleb together, Caleb seemed so dim around her, and I think Caleb is just like a very like nonchalant person, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But when you're with someone like Mariah, she's not Mariah. Geez, anyways, Mariah, she's not asking too much of Caleb. She's just asking the wrong person. Like, there's someone out there who will be like perfectly, completely fine about like how Mariah operates and what she needs, and it's just Caleb's not that person, you know? Like, that's just what that is. So I'm happy that they're not together anymore. I think that's like good for both of them. Even like when Caleb had his trial marriage with, I think, what's her name? I know it starts with the A. Arya? I think it's Arya. Like, he was just like a happier person. So
yeah. While you go on these shows, you'll either see that you really want the person that you went there with, or you'll get to experience somebody new and different, and you made life in better. So, I mean, like you said, he lit up when he was with the other girl. So, hey.
Yeah.
But get those brand deals, though. At least they got that for a while. So.
Okay, so moving on to the Golden Bachelor, Mel Owens. Possibly he will be replaced. So he went on a podcast, and this happened like forever ago. He went on a podcast, and basically it wasn't like a Bachelor affiliated podcast or anything like that. And he wasn't like promoting, like he was just like talking about like the opportunity that he has gotten to be the Golden Bachelor. And he said that he basically he would prefer not to have women on his season who are like over 60, who have artificial hips or wigs and things like that. And so his ex-wife was 40 years younger than him or something like that, something crazy. So it seems like he dates, you know, much younger women. So for him to even be named the Golden Bachelor when he has this dating preference, it just seems like a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah, definitely. And how old is he? Do you know?
66.
He's 66, but he doesn't want women 60 and older on his show. That's insane. I can understand the artificial hip thing.
What?
There's a lot of people that are older that don't have artificial hips. I mean, that might be a preference, like somebody with long hair. Maybe you don't like people with long hair, some other short hair. That I can get that part. But saying he doesn't want anybody 60 and older, what he seems to be. You know what? I think the one that casting these Golden Bachelors, I think the Golden Bachelorette, I didn't think she had any issues. But these guys are a mess. They're awful. And they
Who was the Golden Bachelorette?
I don't know, but I don't remember
think Joan.
Yeah, it was Joan, and I didn't hear any issues with her. I think she was fine. You know, I didn't watch it because I'm not watching it. No offense, but and now people listening to this, I am not old enough to be on a show like that. I'm very, very much happily married to my husband, but if I'm not old enough for that. I'm older because I am Ayana's mom, but I'm not that old. But yeah, I won't be watching that. I don't think that's my demographic anyway, but I won't be watching it. And they need to have a better screening process for these people that they are casting as the Golden Bachelor. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I also will not be watching. That's not, yeah. I mean, I watched, yeah, a little bit of Gary season, like the first Golden Bachelor, and then I very quickly realized, like, oh, this is definitely not like my kind of show. I also think it's interesting that, like, normally with The Bachelor or Bachelorette, we have like controversial things about the lead come out after the show's already aired or after the show's already been filmed. This is a very unique case where Gary Owens has said these things prior to the show being aired, prior to the show even being, filmed. So, like, I don't see, like, what's the problem with, replacing him, getting someone new in there. I'm sure they've considered other people anyways. I'm sure they've even, like, they have footage of other people. It just, like, it seems like a no-brainer to get rid of him. I do think he was a good pick initially, like, college football star, all-American white male, like, that's their holy grail. That's the Bachelor's, but yeah, replace him.
And
do you think they will?
He's also a lawyer. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
He is a lawyer. Lawyer Mel Owens is the 2025 Golden Bachelor. So he's definitely upper echelon. He's tall. He's handsome for his age. He's a very good looking guy. He was an athlete. So I mean, those attributes alone will make him desirable. Unfortunately, his personality does not go along with those attributes. So yeah, like I said, I won't be watching it. And hopefully,
do you think they will replace him?
I hope so, and that's what I was about to say. Hopefully, they recast. Maybe, hopefully, if there's enough of an outrage from the viewers, they will replace him, and I hope they do. It'd be nice if they had a black Golden Bachelor. I might watch that.
You would watch that? I still wouldn't.
I might. I don't know. I might watch one episode and be like, ugh. Oh.
Okay. So moving on, I'm going to talk about F1, the movie, which I saw last night. I'm actually so glad that I saw it. I was going back and forth about, like, going to see it. The main reason, of course, to go see it was because of Damson Idris. He did amazing, phenomenal job. Brad Pitt, on the other hand, is he a good actor? Is he supposed to be a good actor? That's my question.
Yes, he's supposed to be. He's up there. He's like a A-list actor. He's up there with Denzel. He's up there with George Clooney. He's an A-list actor. So that's why I'm very surprised that he did not do well in the movie. And I'm going to have to go see it because I've never seen a movie that he was in that he wasn't great in.
I wish you guys could see me. I was like shaking my head. There's no way he's up there with Denzel Washington. Like, in that movie, maybe this is the case. Maybe the case is I haven't seen a lot of movies with Brad Pitt in it. I'm thinking that that's what it is. But I was just like, and this is Brad Pitt's movie. And I'm like, why is he even in this movie? Like, we could have done fine without him. I thought his acting was so bad. And like, I was just like, what the heck? I don't know. And so also, I think it's very interesting. So Simone Ashley, which I don't even know who this lady is. She's from Bridgerton, which, Mom, you've seen Bridgerton. Yeah, so you know who that is, right? I don't think you know who that is.
I don't know who she is. I don't even remember her being on the show. So she was probably like not somebody, she didn't have a prominent role as far as I know. I may be wrong, but I don't remember her being on there.
I don't know. I've heard that people love her. They love her from Bridgerton or something. I don't know. I've never seen it. That's not my show. Queen Charlotte, on the other hand, I would talk about that every day. I will go to bat for Queen. I love that show. Anyway, so she was Simone Ashley. She was supposed to be in F1 the movie. Like, I definitely saw her with, like, in pictures with Damson Idris, and, like, I saw her doing promo for it and yada yada yada. She was at the premiere, but she was cut from the film. And it was rumored that I guess she was supposed to be a cameo or maybe like a love interest with Damson Idris, but they cut her completely. And not apparently. So Brad Pitt has a love interest in the movie. So Damson Idris doesn't. I know it's Brad Pitt's movie and all, but like they cut Damson Idris, whatever his name is. They cut his love interest, you know? Like I just think that's something.
That's really crazy. That's crazy. Oh.
Yeah. And then
Brad Pitt's love interest, do you remember?
Who what?
Who is Brad Pitt's love interest? Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. I can't remember her name even in the movie. I will say though, like if you go see it, there are a lot of accents in the movie, and this is just probably me being an American, but like I low-key could not follow like everyone's different accent and like understand. I wish there was almost like closed captioning. Like almost everyone has a different accent in that movie. And I was just like, what's going on? It's a little hard to follow.
What's his name? Dempsey. Did he have an accent? Did he use his accent, or did he have it? He was American in the movie.
He was not American, and I was sad because I was like hoping that he would have like done his his American accent, because I love him as like Franklin Saint from Snowfall. So I was like hoping for that, but sadly no, it was his like English British accent.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess the movie, like some part of it, they're like in England. But yeah, so basically the director of F1 the movie was saying that the film cut her because, you know, there were time constraints. The movie is super long. They definitely could have kept that in there. And basically the director was saying like due to editing choices, she was cut. And apparently this happens all the time in movies and yada, yada, yada. I was just like, whatever. Like you definitely could have left her in, or like Damson Idris had no love interest, but hey.
Interesting.
It's a really good movie though. It's more than just racing, kind of, sort of, but there are like twists and stuff that like I don't know. It was good. I'm glad I went to go see it. So we're going to talk this season 2, episode 1 of the Ultimatum Queer. So starting off with like some initial thoughts, I don't understand why the host is not someone who's in the queer community. Mom, do you even know her name? What's the name of the host?
I do not know her name, and I don't know who she is. She's an actress. And I know that she is married to a man. She is married, I think she's married to an ex-baseball player, pro baseball player. So, like you, I don't understand why she's hosting the show. I'm very confused, but go ahead. Yeah.
I do think, like, kind of devil's advocate, maybe. The host is barely in the show. But then again, like, I feel like the host is there, like, when it comes to the very important, like, at-large conversations. So maybe, I was like, maybe that's why they just got, like, anyone. Well, I feel like that's also kind of disrespectful to just kind of get anyone to be the host. Like, someone who doesn't even, like, cater to the audience of the people on the show. I don't know. It's, like, a back and forth.
Well, look at it like this. Like, who hosts the Ultimatum, the straight Ultimatum? It's Nick and Vanessa Lachey, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
They are a married straight couple, as far as we know, anyway. And the people that are on the show are married, and I guess they're marrying someone they want to marry, or the other one is getting the ultimate, they're of the opposite sex. It should be the same way on this show. They should have a queer woman on the show that's married to a queer woman, in my opinion. It just makes no sense to me. I just don't understand. I don't.
Yeah.
Get the perspective of being a married woman, but I mean, I don't know, because I'm not married to a woman. I'm married to a man, but it's different being married to a woman, I'm quite sure, when you're a woman. I don't get it. But, I mean, they have their rhyme and reason behind it, I guess. But like you said, as well, she's not on there very often. She's fine.
Yeah. So I guess it's really I definitely don't want to misgender anyone on this show. And so, like, I looked up how everyone identifies. I think it's, like, super poor of Netflix to not, like, make it blatantly clear of the pronouns on the show to prevent, misgendering. But yeah, so I did look up everyone's pronouns just to be sure. So let's talk original couples. We have Megan and Dana. They've been dating for 1.5 years. So Dana issued the ultimatum And Megan's basically Megan's reason for not wanting to be married is she comes from an Arab household and her family doesn't want her to be with another woman. Yeah.
That's a cop out. And that's hard to, I don't know. It's a cop out to me because there are plenty of marriages where people are in a marriage with someone of the opposite sex and their families don't want them to be married to the husband or the wife. It's a cop out. If you love somebody, it doesn't matter, in my opinion, because ultimately the person you married is your family. The other people are your extended family. It's a cop out to me. But what's your opinion?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Because like if Megan's argument is like, oh, my family, they don't want me to be with a woman. It doesn't matter if it's Dana or if it's someone else. Like they're always going to have this problem. So if you really love Dana, then be married with Dana. Or just, and if you're so concerned about your family not wanting to be with a woman, then just don't be with anyone. If you're really going to let them like dictate it so much.
Or do what they want you to do and marry a man and be miserable. Haha.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah. Next couple, AJ and Brittany, dating for 5 years. So Brittany issued the ultimatum. I think Brittany's so pretty. I also think Dana is also so pretty. AJ spoke really highly of Brittany, and AJ's hesitation is Brittany has done so much in life. Brittany deserves everything, and AJ feels like she is lacking. Thoughts, Mom?
Yeah, she does feel like she's second place to her job or her profession, her business, because I think she's an entrepreneur, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I don't know. Maybe that's a cop out too. I'm not quite sure. Um, do I think that AJ loves Brittany? I think so, and I think Brittany loves her. Um, And I do think that because I don't know what AJ's job is. What is AJ?
Oh yeah, I don't know either. Does homegirl have a job? I think she does. No, she does.
I don't know
I
what
don't
she
know what
is,
it is.
but she's probably not on Brittany's level because Brittany's a nurse and she's an entrepreneur. I think she runs a spa. She owns a spa of some sorts.
Brittany
Some,
does?
I think so. I think she owns like a beauty spa or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But she's RN, so I think AJ just feels like she's just not on her level, and I guess Brittany is she's flourishing and she's she's growing and AJ is just stagnant. But what do you think?
Um, I mean, I have thoughts about AJ, like from her actions like later in the season.
Mm.
So going off the first episode, I just think AJ operates from a place of fear and a place of hypotheticals. Like Brittany may do this. This may happen. Like, of course, you can like what if until you're blue in the face. You never know until like it actually happens, and then it happens and it goes left, and at least or at least you tried. Like that's just kind of like what I am thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. She's operating on fear. I didn't see it that way, but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not fear. Well, yeah, maybe not fear. Maybe just hypotheticals. No, maybe I don't know.
Fear, when you said fear before, do you think it's fear of not being good enough or fear of what? Because you did initially say that.
Um, Fear of like basically things going wrong, like them being together, and it's just
Not working out.
yeah, basically. Like
Okay.
she has a fear of that. So because of that fear, she's like, well, let's just not even do it,
Mhm.
kind of thing. And so AJ and Brittany, like prior to coming on the show, they lived together. Like Brittany talks about how their families are merged, and I was just like, oh. And it's been 5 years. Like I just, yeah. So next couple, Mel and Marie dating for 4 years. They run a food truck together. I think that's so interesting to like be in a relationship with someone and then also work. So you're always with them. You're at work together. You're at home together. Like you're just always like there's no like break, So I don't know. But Marie issued the ultimatum and she talks about how she's ready. She's ready to mingle. Mel to me seems very nonchalant. Like she's just very chill, a chill person, but it's giving she doesn't care. So
Care either which way, if their relationship works out or if it doesn't. Um, they were together for how long? They've been together for
4 years.
it's a long time. That's a long time. And Mel gave the ultimatum, huh? Yeah. No, she received
Marie
it.
gave the
Yeah,
ultimatum.
yeah, she sure did. Um, I don't know. How do you feel about them as a couple?
Um, they maybe in the beginning, because like 4 years, yeah, maybe in the beginning the relationship was like all good and fine, and then maybe it went left when they started working together, kind of thing. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, Mel just seems so dim around Marie and just
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
depressed or something.
I did
So
see
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah, very much so.
Okay, so Haley and Pilar. I always like see her name and I was like, it's Pilar, like Caterpillar, not
Mm,
like I don't know. I know I was saying it like wrong before or like reading it incorrectly when I was like watching the show. But anyway, so Haley issued the ultimatum. Pilar's relationship with her family, it's what's holding her back. She hid their relationship for 8 years, and then after Pilar came out to her family, her relationship with Haley hasn't been the same, and she like hasn't talked to her mom.
wow. Yeah. Um, so that's keeping her from marrying him,
Haley.
her family. Once again, cop out. Sorry, it is. If you already not talking to your mama, okay, move on. You'll eventually talk to your mom again. Like, come on, stop talking to their mom completely or something. I doubt it. If you really love somebody, you will say, okay, well, that's just how my mother feels. You can't control my life. I love who I love. I'm going to marry the person I want to marry, and that's just how it is. Like I said, it's cop out again. But what do you feel about the relationship?
Haley and Pilar, 10 years.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's
that's a long
insane.
time.
Insanity.
Um, mm, yeah, I guess I don't have like many thoughts about them two together. Yeah, no, really nothing.
Next couple.
Next, okay, so Kyle and Bridget dating 2.5 years. They seem very similar to me. Like they just mannerisms, cadence. Like they just fit together like a puzzle piece to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kyle issued the ultimatum. Bridget basically says that her heart is there, but her brain isn't, and she doesn't get the concept of marriage. Like marriage to her is something that she thought was important, but she feels like she's already committed so much to Bridget. So she's like, kind of like, what else? Like, what other commitment can I do that's not marriage? I guess because she doesn't, you know. I don't know. Because it's
I
not
think
important.
when people have that mindset of where I don't understand why marriage is so important, I think they're just afraid. I don't know what they're afraid of. I have no idea. And it may be deep rooted in their family history or something as well. I don't know. Because if you love somebody, I think there's so many reasons to get married to some. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So many reasons, and it benefits you to get to be married with someone, but she's like, she just doesn't understand the concept of why you need to marry somebody. It doesn't mean that she doesn't love her because she doesn't marry her. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering what she's afraid of. That's all I have to say on that one. But I do like them as a couple. I think they're great as a couple. You know.
Yeah, I think when I guess I felt where Bridget was coming for. I've been there where I was just like, I had this era of marriage is just like a sheet of paper. I've since then like shifted my perspective. And I guess like the main reason is because like, yeah, if the person you're in a relationship with, if they're in the hospital, you can't go back there and see them because, you know, you're not spouse or you're not marriage. Or I think mom was talking about earlier, like a decision of pulling the plug. You don't get a say in that because, again, like you're not spouse, you're not marriage. But now that I'm like thinking about it, it's like those are just like health benefits. Like, what are, I know there's like benefits when you do your taxes. I guess there's plenty of benefits, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like
Mm-hmm.
understood where Bridget was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So
I,
next,
I do not understand it, but that's just me. I'm an old person, so I don't know. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's kind of maybe like my generation, that's like a, it's been like a big thing. Like a lot of people, well, I don't know, it's 50-50 because there are a lot of people who are, you know, in their 20s and they're getting married. That's like a huge thing right now. People are getting married young. But there's also the other aspect of like, yeah, marriage is just a sheet of paper. So, but I guess lately, because I have like friends who are married, so I think it's more so like, you know, people are getting married. That's what it is. But I think initially before that, it was like marriage is just a sheet of paper kind of thing. Um, Anyways, Marita and Ashley dating 3 years. Ashley issued the ultimatum. Immediately, they should not be together. Why are they together? 3 years. I'm not understanding. Ashley talks about Marita's wandering eye and how she doesn't understand that. And Marita says she's trying to basically like decide what's best for her and she wants more from Ashley.
Marita is very selfish and self-absorbed. I do not like her, and I don't care if anybody comes for me. I don't like her. I don't like her. I think Ashley's very low key. I think I think Marita's thing is always that she wants her to be romantic, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember that correctly. She doesn't do romantic things and whatnot. I, I say I see both sides, even though I don't like Marita. They've been together for how long? 3 years, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're with somebody for 3 years, and I'm pretty sure Marita says this all the time because all she does is whine about it. Oh, you know, be romantic. If after 3 years, Ashley's not being romantic to you and doing the things that you like to you know, for you like to have done, y'all shouldn't be together. Y'all shouldn't be together. And if Ashley is trying, you know, she's probably trying to be romantic in her own way. And if it's not good enough for Marita, Ashley, go find you somebody else as well. It's just that simple. Y'all are not a good match for each other. I don't think you're. I don't like their relationship. I don't. I think Marita is too demanding. She's self-absorbed and she's selfish. That's my opinion. I don't like them together. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. They shouldn't be together. I don't know why they're together. That's,
I you know.
yeah.
Ugh, I don't like her. So she's annoying.
And like their last morning together as original couple, Marita and Ashley, Marita, she looked happy. Like she was happy to leave. She was smiling as she walked out the door. So, yeah.
I just don't understand these people just staying with each other just for the sake of staying with each other. It just doesn't make any sense to me. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And they're all young. Excuse me, they're young. I think Marita's young. Marita might be in her 20s or something. They're young. I just get it. But yeah, I don't think that that's a healthy relationship, and I don't like their relationship at all. So,
Yeah. Okay, so speed dating. Marita says that she's looking to give the love she's given to girls in the past. And I was just like, huh? What do you mean girls in the past? Is she including, you know, like Ashley in that? Or like,
no, she's
you know?
not.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't know why, but if Ashley deserves, maybe I don't know. Maybe she's not the romantic type, and that's why Marita doesn't give it to her. I don't know, but that was very telling when she.
Yeah, it makes me like, so what kind of love like were you giving to Ashley then, Marita? Like, what are you talking about? So Mel like beams when she's talking to Dana versus like how we see Mel with Marie, and I just thought like that was like very telling. Megan, I think Mel looks like Megan, and Megan's, you know, Dana's ex. Do you think so or not really?
So I think so too. They look similar. They really do.
Yeah.
And that's probably why she was drawn and attracted to her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pilar and Megan talk and they get emotional about how they're in a similar boat. Their families are holding them back, and they both of them they're just letting they're allowing their families to kind of just like dictate too much of their life. Like it gets to a point, you know, like let's just yeah. I don't know.
Yep. Yep. They're called extended family for a reason. Your extended family is the family that you leave behind in order to start your own family. It's time for these people to, the ones that are using the cop out about my family this, leave your family behind or in the shadow and just create your own family. That's what people normally do for it.
Yeah. So Pilar and Haley, they together for 10 years. They're both each other's first experience same sex, so they haven't been with anyone else like outside of each other, which I think it made me go like you know, like maybe Pilar or maybe both of them are more inclined to like lean into this process even more so because they haven't, you know, experienced anything else.
It'll be good for them. They need to experience other people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good. This is the one instance, because you know I'm not a big fan of this whole process, but I think in a case like this with these two people, Haley and Pilar, I think it'd be good for them both. Yeah, that's crazy
Yeah.
because I would have never said that because while I enjoy the show, I just think it's detrimental. I think it's very psychologically detrimental and just detrimental to relationships. Period. But I think in their case, I think it could be a positive.
So Pilar speaks to Bridget about being scared of monotony, and I was like, "What? You've already like had a year of monotony with Haley. Like you haven't. It seems like you know you haven't been. I don't know. You've already gone through that, so I don't know. Like so
She's
far,
had she's had 10 years of monotony with her, basically. And that's just a fact. It's the truth. It is. It's the truth. And I'm not sad. I
yeah.
don't to be with somebody for so long and not really like progress as they should. That's just crazy. I would never stay with somebody for 10 years and not be married to them. I just wouldn't do it. That's crazy. I don't know.
Well, I guess like there's an argument of like plenty of people are together for longer and they're just dating. They're not even engaged. You know, they don't want to get married. They don't want to get engaged, nothing like that. But it's a matter of like being on the same page, right? Like if they're both completely fine with like not having this like commitment to each other. But you know, that's this show. Like there's one person who they want to like they want that commitment, and the other person's like, I don't really see what's the point. So I think you can be together for like 10 years or longer and you're just dating and it's nothing crazy, but as long as you're on the same page, of course.
That's the whole point. You have to both be on the same page. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never do that. I think that's insane. But yeah.
So AJ has a conversation with Marie, and AJ says that she bought a house in Orlando. Oh, but then AJ says that Brittany bought it. And I was like, okay, AJ, fronting and lying. But at least you came clean. And so AJ talks about how she had a lot to give when Brittany and AJ started dating. And then Brittany really started to elevate, and AJ said that she started to feel pretty stagnant. And Marie talks about how this food truck was Mel's dream, and Marie wanted to support her, and at some point she felt like she had to be there helping Mel more than she actually wanted to be there, you know.
So that also eats into their relationship because she's doing something. She's doing something she doesn't want to do, basically. She doesn't want to do anything with that food truck. That is Mel's dream, is not hers. So that's also a strain on their relationship.
Yeah. It seems like AJ and Marie, they're both very supportive to a fault, though, is what it
Mm.
seems.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And probably proud of their partners for what they've accomplished. Yeah.
So Mel and Brittany talk, and Mel talks about how her and Marie are very dependent on each other. They're together all the time. They work together. They're at the house together. Like that, I think I don't know how I could handle that. I feel like you'd have to have like some kind of balance. I feel like there's no break. Like you're always with them. But I guess like no, I think people need their alone time. Actually, I was about to say, like, do you need a break if you really like love them and stuff? No, I think people like need their separate. Like, it's nice to have that little break, at work. They don't have that. They're always together. And Mel likes how independent Brittany is. And what were you saying, Mom? You were saying something earlier
About Brittany and AJ.
You were saying Mel said that she likes how independent Brittany is. And you were like, maybe Marie's independent or something like that. Not earlier on the pod. It was like earlier, like off the pod that you said. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. Maybe Marie likes the fact that Mel is independent. Is that what's up? I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what I said, but I see how AJ and Marie could bond. I see that 110% because they're, like you said before, they're both in the same boat. They are. They're in the same boat with their partners. Even though I don't know if more so with Marie, because I wonder what Marie did before she was working in that food truck with Mel.
Mel, yeah.
I don't remember if she said it, if she even said it. So I'm like, what are her goals in life? What does she really want to do? Because it's obvious she doesn't want to do this food truck. That's all.
That's all. I want to go to this food truck. Where do they live? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. But I know the name of that food truck. If I can remember, it was like is it a Mexican? I think it might have been like kind of like a Mexican theme food truck. I'm not quite sure.
Theme. You're so funny. Mexican theme? Mexican theme?
I think so. I don't know.
It's gotta be Florida because AJ talked about how Brittany bought that house in Orlando. Maybe.
It's in Orlando. It's not. It's in Orlando.
Whoa, yes. That's crazy.
I know. It's
I gotta go.
A tapas food truck. I'm not quite sure what a tapas food truck is. I don't know.
No, I don't know either. But I've heard it like a million times, like a tap. I don't know what that is. Oops.
I'm wondering if it's like, I think it may be like small plates. I think that's what it means. It's small plated foods or something like that.
What's the name of it? The name of the food truck?
Royalty Tapas. Royalty. Royal T.
How do you spell T?
Just the letter T.
Oh. Royal, the letter T?
And then Tapas, Tapas. So it's RAYAL TTAPAS. And it says daring bites and unique flavors is what it says.
Okay. Yeah, so moving on, like with the speed dating part, my last like note is how Marita is very focused on like what others can give her, and like everything that she talks about is superficial. So
yeah, she's extremely self-absorbed and she's selfish and she only cares about herself and what people can do for her. Like I said, I don't like her, but I don't like her, which is crazy because she's such a young girl. How does old lady doesn't like a little 25-year-old girl? But I don't like her.
25?
She's 25.
She looks so much older.
I'm about to say she does not look 25. When she came up on that screen and they put 25 of her, I was like, are you sure? She is
Are you
so
sure?
old. She is aging like spoiled milk. She looks so old. It's just
Oh my
terrible.
goodness. Nasty. Okay. So cocktail party. AJ talks about how everyone looks good in her interview, like to the camera. And she says that Pilar is in this yellow gold dress and that she looks like a golden ticket you'd find in a chocolate bar. And I just thought that was funny.
Oh,
Um, Megan looks like she does not want to be there. She's really quiet.
mm,
AJ and Marita talk. AJ is here to have fun. To me, it seems like she's not here to leave in an engagement with anyone. So, like, I think that's a good pick that she's just like had this conversation with Marita. Because Marita don't be talking about anything, very superficial stuff. I don't see like any room for Marita and AJ to grow or learn like from each other. So
oh no, 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 not at all.
Megan pulls Dana, and Megan's having a hard time opening up. She says that she's worried about her and Dana, and so basically Megan's just like she doesn't like watching Dana talk to like other people.
Wah. That's all I have to say. I, that's how I feel about it because don't come on the show. Don't. I know that she was not the one that gave the ultimatum. I get that. I get that. Dana gave the ultimatum, but don't go on the show. I don't think Dana would have left her if she said she didn't want to go on the show. I think Dana loves her enough or more than the show keeping them together. I just don't. I don't. It comes with being on the show. I know. That's what's going to happen. The whole premises of the show is for you to meet other people and to see if you connect with someone else. Maybe someone else is out there better for you. You don't want to marry the person. Let's go and let's see if somebody else is better. So I get no. She gets no sympathy from me on that. And that's me.
Bridget and Pilar talk. Bridget says to Pilar that she could see Pilar with her ex, so Bridget could see Pilar with Kyle, and I'm like, yeah, no, duh. Like Bridget and Kyle are the same person, so okay.
Yeah.
Megan is feeling like sadness from inside out. AJ goes to check on Brittany, and Brittany gets emotional about how hard this has been on her. And I'm like, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get harder, Brittany. Like, you wanted to come on here. Come on now.
Yep.
Yeah. Megan goes to see Dana. Like, Megan goes to Dana's apartment or whatever, or her room, and Megan's crying, and she's basically questioning why they're going through this. Dana, Dana wants to go through the process. She brought them here, and then Megan kind of issues a mini ultimatum to Dana, and she says that she's not sure if she can get past certain things during Dana's trial marriage.
Yep. And I think she said she wanted to leave, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Megan?
Yeah, I think she did. But she stuck up. But yeah, I mean, it's part of the process. You agreed to it, stick it out to the end, at least try it. I don't know. I agree. I agree with Dana. Just at least try because you've already gone through the process of signing up for this thing. You're here now. Let's see it through. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Well, those are all the notes. I don't have a favorite couple really. I feel like pretty much everyone should break up except for Kyle and Bridget. They're like the only two that I actually like together. Everyone else can definitely just go their separate way. Well, AJ and Brittany. AJ and Brittany, I don't know. I'm having like back and forth thoughts on that one. I'm not really sure.
I like AJ and Brittany. I do. I think AJ probably has a little bit of growing up to do. I think Brittany is way more mature. I think she's way more mature than AJ. I just really do. And the odd thing about it, I think AJ is older than Brittany, but I think she's more career minded and she's more focused on just everything in general. Like you said, I think AJ is there just to have a good time. I think she just wants to have a good time just in life, period. But
Mm,
I think if AJ grows up and sees that because Brittany is great. I think she's amazing. And that what she has in her life, and I think they can make it. I don't know.
mm.
So I like Kyle and Brittany, and I think I like AJ. I like Kyle and Bridget, excuse me, and I like AJ and Brittany. I like them both. Everybody else, I could care less about, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it, Mom. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. I look forward to recapping the second episode, though. It's a good season. Like I've already finished the season, so I'm waiting for my daughter to catch up. But it is a good show. And I actually like the queer version better than the straight version. I do. Because you
There's so
remember
much
I
more
got
drama.
so much more. And I remember when you told me to watch it, and at first I was like, I don't want to watch that. You were like, watch it. It's good. The first season, you're like, it's really, really good. And I watched it and I was like, oh, that was so great. So, yeah, I'm excited about recapping this season with you. I think it'll be fun. Good season.
I'm personally excited to recap Big Brother. I think just because it's on right now, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm like really into that. Like I think I'm only on episode 4 of like Queer Love or whatever. I low-key need to watch it, so I'm like getting like so I don't like forget about like what's happening and like the names of everybody. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm ready for Big Brother. I'm like, let's get through the ultimatum so we can get to the good stuff.
Big
Um,
Brother is so good. I've watched all. I'm caught up. I've watched them all, and it's so good. It's a good season. Good twist, like you said. Great twist.
mm-mm-mm.
It's very good. I like it. And there are people on there. Yana, she will let you guys know that I'm very vocal about when I don't like people. Her Big Brother I already don't like, but it's good. I can't wait. I can't wait to recap it with you. So yeah, it's great.
Should we just scrap this and just go straight to Big Brother? That would be
I would like
crazy.
that. I
Huh?
was thinking about that. I was thinking about it.
OMG. We might,
Because I
guys.
think
You might only just get one episode
we'll get
about
through
because like I'm way more like like excited about Big Brother.
me
So
too. Me too.
we're
And
gonna
then
think about it.
can't
But
fall, you can't fall behind on Big Brother because there's so many episodes. It's
oh yeah,
so
that's the thing too. That's kind of like why. Because this you can kind of go at whatever pace, like with this show, but like with Big Brother, it comes on what 3 times a week, and the episodes are like pretty long.
yep, yep.
So, food for thought, guys. We'll see. At least you're getting this episode from us, and yeah, we'll just see where we go from here. But yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye guys.